Amalya was not present yesterday also. Thank you.
Yesterday
Thank
she was not at home.
She was not at home. Okay.
Yeah.
Nazira is not there today. Ask Nazira. Nazira used to come. I think she also joined earlier, and when she's so yeah, tell me, Mariam.
Computer student. Maybe she'll not join.
Acha, computer science,
Yeah.
extra classes.
No, tomorrow they have practicals. Today was bio, tomorrow is computer.
Acha. So we are going to start a new chapter.
I'll just
What?
message and confirm.
Yeah. Message her. Regardless if there is a practical or not practical, message her. Coordination compounds. Coordination compounds. Okay. Now, it is evident from the name of the chapter that the bonding that will be present in these type of compounds will be coordinate bond. The bonding that will be present in these type of compounds will be coordinate bond. Now, if it is covalent compounds, then the bonding is covalent. Ionic compounds, the bonding is ionic. Okay. But I mean, this is not the end of the chapter. That coordination compounds are those compounds in which there is a coordinate bond. That is not the end of the chapter. This is okay, Mariam. Now, in coordination compounds, let us write the first of all the definition of coordination compounds, and then we will look at the example. And there is one more similar type of compound as coordination compound. We will also address that. So first of all, please write the definition of coordination compounds. Okay, so right, these are molecular compounds. These are molecular compounds which are formed by combination of two or more simple stable compounds. Okay, so this is coordination compounds which are found by combination of two or more simple stable compounds. Simple stable compounds. Okay. Next point is that these retain. Now, whenever you mix two things, what can happen? You can either form a new compound or you can form a mixture. But when it is a mixture, the identity of mixture is not retained if you add it into some kind of solvent. If you add it into some kind of solvent in liquid state. So these what about coordination compounds? These compounds, they retain their identity in solid as well as dissolved state. These retain their identity. In solid as well as dissolved state. The next point is these are also known as, see, if we are mixing two simple compounds and we are forming new type of compound, hence these are known as complex compounds. These are aka also known as complex compounds. Complexes or complex compounds. Then at last we can write an example. For example, we have a simple compound, let us say NiCl2, nickel chloride. Okay, now plus we added 6NH3 and we formed a compound, and it is written like this: NiNH3 whole 6 Cl2. Okay. Now, what is the difference between here? This is green. This is a gas. You mix it in water. Okay. And these are purple. Purple crystals. So obviously, whatever the characteristic of nickel is there or ammonia is there, it is not present, and the complex compound that we have formed here, it has different properties than nickel 2 plus and NH3 2 plus. Okay, so please write this down. Let me know when you are done. Then we will look what happens if I add this particular compound into what. What all questions they will ask for Viva? It really depends on the teacher. I mean, it really depends on the teacher. So you have what? Volumetric analysis, salt analysis, right?
And also core experiments, that is test for glucose, starch, and yeah, and oil.
Oil.
Yes.
Test for glucose and starch and oil.
Yes.
Or oil. That is core experiment.
Acha, co-experiment. What is this co-experiment?
Core.
Core
COR.
experiment.
Acha, core experiment. Okay. So that may be in term 2, I guess.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
sir, can you like, I have a table to do for chemistry and I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what to do?
A table. It is from the volumetric analysis.
Acha. You have a table and you don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, you have the readings. You're saying that.
I have the readings, but I don't know what I should do.
What type of analysis is okay? Titration is what? Acid-base titration, oxidation reduction. What type of titration?
It was KMNO4,
And
more salt.
oxidation reduction. First of all, you write the reaction. उसमें molality, मतलब you have to just run through the moles. You write the reaction.
Can I send you the page?
You still send me the page, okay? Then I will explain.
Okay.
The thing is that volumetric analysis is never taught in theory. सीधा experiment कराते हैं आप लोगों से. That is why it is a bit difficult. So you must be determining the concentration of KMNO4, right? That will be the objective. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Are you done with this slide? Yes or no? You guys are done now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now let us see what happens if I add this into water. So we have nickel, NH3 whole 6. Nickel, NH3 whole 6. And then outside the square bracket, we have Cl2. When I add this in water, when I add this in H2O, we see that they break and they ionize into two forms. One entity is nickel, NH3 whole 6. This is 2 positive. Plus there are 2 Cl negative ions. There are 2 Cl negative ions. Okay. So as we can see that nickel, if I ionize this nickel Cl2, NiCl2, then what will happen? We will get Ni2 plus, right? Plus what I will get? Plus I will get 2 Cl minus. Yes or no? Yes. But if I ionize and add water to nickel NH36 positive and Cl2 positive, I am not getting any Ni2 positive ions. Okay, I'm not getting any Ni2 positive ions. So this is the difference. And also I am not getting what? Any, if I add this to water, NH3 plus H2O, then what I will be getting? I will be getting what? NH4 positive plus OH negative. Now, when I am adding this coordination compound into water, then I am not even getting what? Ammonia. Okay, the ammonium ion. That is why we say that. This coordination compound that we have prepared now, it is completely different from the parent. I mean the reactant molecules or the parent molecules. Please write. Next point: the properties of coordination compounds. Complexes are totally different. These are totally different from the constituents. They're totally different from the constituents. Done? Yes, guys, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, write the topic: difference between coordination compounds and double salts. Difference between complexes and double salts. Okay. So what are double salts? As you must have seen, more salt. More salt is a kind of double salt. Potash, alum. This is also a type of double salt. Right. So these are double salts. Double salts also are made if I combine two or more molecules when they are combined. So they form double salts, right? But the difference is what? They get ionized and they lose their identity in dissolved water. Okay. Please write. First of all, the definition of write for double salt. Double salts are addition compounds or molecular compounds. I mean, when you combine two molecules to form a new molecule, that is known as what? That is known as molecular compounds or addition compounds. Double salts are addition compounds. Which are formed by two saturated compounds. But they lose identity in dissolved form. They lose identity in dissolved form. For example, Morse salt. What is the formula for Morse salt, Mariam?
I don't know. It's very big formula.
It's FeSO4. Just remember these two, okay? FeSO4. Then you have again one more SO4, but this SO4 is for NH4. Okay, NH4. Now, what is the charge on SO4? 2 negative, na? And what is the charge on NH4 positive? Right, polyatomic ion. This is NH4 positive. So there is 1 positive, 2 you will write. That will get you 2 positive and SO4. And this is also what? Now balanced. This is also balanced charge wise. But after that, you will have some water of hydration, and here it is 6H2O. Okay, here you have 6H2O. You just, if you remember these two things, na, then also they will ask these type of questions only. Morse salt का formula बताओ. Titration कर लिया, Morse salt का formula नहीं पता है. So they ask this just these type of questions. Then you have potash alum. And Viva, I hope you guys know how Vivas are done. जिसका पहले रोल नंबर है उससे पूछ लो क्या पूछा है.
Yes, sir, we had today.
That's it, right? So I mean, you prepare for the lab activity, and then you ask the questions what have been asked earlier. Then you answer it. Potash alum. Potash alum is K2SO4.
It's the problem.
What, Mariam?
We can't ask them. They are like sitting in front of us, and we all are writing exam at the same time. And in between, teacher will call us.
Achha, in between, teacher will call us.
Yeah, so if you're sitting next to the teacher, then you get to hear what she's asking. Otherwise, no luck.
Okay. नहीं, लेकिन आजू बाजू वाले गए तो पूछ सकते, नहीं पूछ सकते, कभी नहीं.
बात ही नहीं कर सकते.
Okay. So you have to, you have to learn each and every word that is in the practical examinations. Okay. So what are, these type of questions, na, if they will, if you will tell her that, her or him, that I don't know the formula for Morse salt, then they will be like, experiment कर लिया है, इतना पढ़ाया है, फिर भी नहीं आता आपको Morse salt का formula ही नहीं पता, तो फिर experiment कैसे किया आपने, है ना? So they will taunt you like this. So just to avoid them, Morse salt is what? See, most of the salts that you will be getting, that will be double salt. They will be having sulfates. Okay. So Morse salt is, it is sulfate of iron and ammonia. What about potash alum? Potash alum, as you can see, potassium and aluminium. Okay. So this is a sulfate of potassium and aluminium. Now water, the water of crystallization that is present here. If you don't remember the exact value, then also it is fine. Okay. Then also it is fine. You just remember that it is a sulfate of iron and ammonium. Okay, so these are what? These are double salt. Now what? Let us add FeSO4 dot NH4 to SO4 dot 6H2O into water. Okay. Into water. Now, please remember, this is what? This is water of crystallization. Okay, this is water of crystallization. So what will happen if I add water to water? Water will become water only. Okay, then nothing will change, but you will get Fe2 positive plus SO4 2 negative. Okay, there will be 2 SO4 2 negative because one will come from iron and one will come from the ammonium. After that, you have 2 NH4 positive. Right. All of these are in aqueous state. All of these are in aqueous state. Now, even if I see this Morse salt is being made with what? FeSO4 plus NH4 whole twice SO4. If I add FeSO4 into H2O. What will happen? I will get Fe2 positive plus SO4 2 negative. The same thing I'm getting here. If I add NH4 whole twice SO4, I will get what? NH4 positive plus SO4 2 negative. What does this mean? It means that even though they form a new compound, in solid state, they may behave and they may appear as some different compound. But as soon as you add water to them or you dissolve them, they lose their identity. They are no more double salts, right? They are no more double salts. But when we see the coordination compounds here, the coordination compounds, it's coordination compounds even if you add them to water, even if you add them to water. Okay. So please write these examples after we have added them to water. Done? Abir and Mariam?
No, sir, writing.
Acha. What about Mariam? Done? Is Mariam not here? Okay, it seems he is not here. Okay. Now, next the question was, what is the bond here? How these things are present, and what are the types of bond that is present? So Werner, he gave the first theory, and this is the Werner theory of coordination compounds. So we'll look at some experiments that was done by Werner, and we will conclude a few things from there. So Werner's theory. Werner's theory. Okay. Now, Werner did a few studies, and from those studies, the first one was precipitation studies of coordination compounds. And after precipitation, he did the conductance measurement, and after conductance measurement, he also talked a few things regarding the isomers of coordination compounds. Isomers of coordination compounds. So first we will see the precipitation. First we will look at the precipitation. Now, in precipitation study, he took a coordination compound. Okay, he will take a coordination compounds. He didn't know the structure exactly. Okay, as we have written here directly, now that it doesn't. These are coordination. I mean, this is in a square bracket, and the Cl2 are outside the square brackets. So at that time, we didn't know, and Werner did not know. So he had two molecules. One was COCl3 dot 6NH3. Okay, COCl3 dot 6NH3. Then what he did, he added AgNO3. He reacted this with AgNO3. Now, when he reacted this with AgNO3, he got 3 AgCl. He got 3 AgCl. Now, what does this mean, 3 AgCl? It means that, so from this coordination compounds, I would have got at least 3 Cl negative. These 3 Cl negative would have reacted with Ag positive, and they would have made 3 AgCl. Is this train of thought quite clear to you? How, if I will get AgCl, that means this coordination compounds, from this coordination compounds, we should get at least 3 Cl negatives. Yes or no? Then only we can form, na? Yes, Abir, Mariam. How can we form?
Yes, sir.
AgNO3, and this AgNO3 is in excess. Okay, this is in excess, and we got 3 AgCl, 3 moles of AgCl. That means at least 3 Cl negative, 3 moles of Cl negative should have ionized, and it would have formed 3 AgCl. And he then took another compound, which was COCl3.5NH3 plus, again AgNO3 was in excess, and he formed what? 2 AgCl. 2 AgCl. So tell me, from this coordination compounds, how many Cl negative would have ionized? How many Cl negative would have ionized? Tell me.
Sir, 2 Cl negative.
2 Cl negative would have ionized. Very good. 2 Cl negatives. Okay. 2 Cl negative. Okay. Then he took COCl3 dot 4NH3 plus AgNO3. This was also in excess, and he formed only 1 mole of AgCl. Only 1 mole of AgCl was formed. Now tell me, from this coordination compounds, whatever the actual formula is, how many Cl negative would have ionized? Maria, how many Cl negative would have ionized? When it
Yes.
made, हाँ, आप तो है ही नहीं ना, कहाँ हैं आप?
No, I'm here only. What I'm thinking, what you're asking.
This corresponds to corresponding to 3 Cl negative ions. Okay, 3 Cl negative ions. So if you are getting 3 AgCl, that means 3 Cl negative should be provided by this particular molecule, right? AgNO3 does not have any Cl negatives, right? Any chlorine ion. All the chloride ions should be provided by what? Provided by this compound, which is made by the addition of COCl3 and 6 moles of NH3 and 6 moles of NH3. Now, in this part, we don't have any. This should correspond to 2 Cl negatives. Okay, 2 Cl negatives. That means this particular molecule, which is made by addition of COCl3, the COCl3 is same, but we are making a compound by adding 5NH3. Now, when we added 5NH3, we made a particular compound. We don't know the structure as of now, and then we reacted that compound to AgNO3, and we got 2 AgCl. To get 2 AgCl, we should have at least 2 Cl negative ions, and all those 2 Cl negative ions should be provided by this molecule here. Now, if I have 1 AgCl molecule, then how many Cl negative ions should be provided by this compound? 1 Cl negative. Very good. 1 Cl negative. Okay. Now, at the end, we had COCl3 dot 3NH3 plus AgNO3, again in excess, and he formed nothing, 0 moles of AgCl. Okay, 0, nothing. So we did not get any sorry, none. We should write it none. That means this will correspond to what? This will correspond to 0 Cl negative, right? 0 Cl negative. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now what can we conclude from this? That means I can say that COCl3 dot 6NH3 will give me 3 Cl negatives. COCl3 dot 5NH3 will give me 2 Cl negative. COCl3 dot 4NH3 will give me 1 Cl negative, and COCl3 dot 3NH3 will give me 0 Cl negative. It will give me what? It will give me 0 Cl negative, none Cl negative. Now, Werner, now he applied maths. Okay, he applied maths. You have to look at patterns. So there is a decreasing pattern that we can see. He's saying that COCl3 is same, and the number of Cl negative that is coming out of a particular coordination compound, it is depending on how many NS3 we are giving it. This was a bit confusing. So he was like, okay, fine, let us find something which is common, and something which is changing. What is changing here? What is changing here? So he said, okay, fine, let us do something. So he said, let me subtract these two numbers, 6, and you subtract how much from 6? You have got, let us see. Okay, we have other than cobalt. Other than cobalt, what are the molecules do we have? What molecules do we have other than cobalt? Cl3 and what? NS3. Cl3 and NS3. Yes, everyone. Other than cobalt, what type of elements do we have? Cl3 and NS3. Yes or no? Cl3 and NS3, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me, in the first molecule, how many Cl3s are there? How many chlorine is there? How many chlorine?
There are 3.
3. And tell me how many NS3 are there? How many ammonia?
6 into 3.
6 into 3 नहीं भाई, ये NS3 ऐसे ही है 6.
Oh, okay. Then 3.
3 नहीं 6 moles ना. I'm not talking about H. Hydrogen is 3. Ammonia,
Yes, yes.
ammonia, ammonia. आप कहाँ हैं आप? Okay, 3 plus 6. Now, as we can see that these 3 Cl negatives, they are coming out of the compound. These Cl negative are coming out of the compound. She said, let us subtract that. So we will get how much? We will get 6. Yes or no? We will get 6, na? 6 plus 3 minus 2. Oh, sorry, minus 3. Minus 3. 3 Cl negative, na? So we have subtracted this. So we added this plus this minus this. So we got 6. Let us do the same thing here. Here we have 3 plus 5 minus 2. What will be the answer? What will be the answer? 3 plus 4 minus 1. Then at last you have 3 plus 3 minus 0. In all of the cases, can you see a pattern here? Tell me what is the answer?
6.
All are 6, na? All are 6. See, all are 6. All are 6. So this is something common. And this particular number is known as the secondary valency. You know, you have learned valency, right? You have learned valency. Then Werner said, first thing that he said was, coordination compound, in coordination compounds, the metal which is present, the central atom, in coordination compounds, the metal that is present, it exhibits 2 types of valency. One is primary valency. That refers to the number of, the number of valence shell electrons, and you can calculate from there. But there is a secondary valency which tells you how many atoms or how many molecules are attached to that metal ion. We will look at the structure and then we will understand what is he saying. We can understand that. Okay. So first thing is that the postulates. Okay. Now we are learning about the postulates. So the first postulate was in complexes.
So these above reaction we have to write?
The above reaction, if you want to write, you can write it, but it is the same reaction that we have written, precipitation. Did you write these reactions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you don't have to write this one. Okay, you don't have to write this one. I was just explaining this. So in postulate, he said that in complexes, the metal atom, exhibit 2 types of valencies. Okay, it exhibit what? 2 types of valency. The primary valency, that is given by what? That is given by oxidation number. And then there is secondary valency. What is secondary valency? Secondary valency is the coordination number. how many atoms or how many molecules are touching the central atom. How many molecules are touching the central atom? That means how many of them are making bonds with central metal atom, central atom. Okay, this is the first postulate. Right, the second postulate. Every metal atom has fixed number of secondary valencies. This is very important. Secondary valency is what? Secondary valency is fixed. Secondary valency is what? Fixed. Third point. Now it comes about, and now we will talk about the charges that is present, right? Now, if you have oxidation number and there is a metal, that means what do metal do? Metal lose atom. What do they do? The metal lose atom. So please write the metal. Now, when you will lose atom, when you will lose electron, what will happen? You will gain a positive charge. If you gain a positive charge, that has to be neutralized, and they have to satisfy that positive charge by some negative charge. Please write the metal atom tends to satisfy. The metal atoms tends to satisfy both its primary valency and secondary valency. Its primary valency as well as its secondary valencies. Okay, so how we are going to satisfy the primary valency and secondary valency? Please write. Primary valency satisfied by are satisfied by what? By negative charges, by negative ions. By negative ions. Then you have secondary valency. Okay, secondary valency. How are these satisfied? Secondary valency are satisfied by either negative ions or neutral molecules. By or neutral molecules. Now we will look at the structure of a few of these particular compounds that is made by COCl3 and different moles of NH3, and then we will end this class. Okay, and then we will end this class. Okay, we will do one question, and after that we will end this class.
Sir, did you get the picture?
You have sent me picture. Yes, I got it. Oh, the aim is different. This experiment 2, na? Yes, Mariam.
This is the first experiment.
First experiment.
Yeah, we just did one. That was titration. All we did was we had to use the Buretin pipette and that flask until it turned pale pink. We had to like keep adding.
Actually, you have sent me the observation and calculations, right? And then the molarity of KMnO4, the strength of KMnO4 you are finding.
One is the one that teacher gave, and the other table is my observation.
One is from some PDF or Word
Yeah,
document,
PDF.
right?
Yeah.
So you will have to, you don't have the reaction. You have written the reaction somewhere, na?
No.
You have to write the reaction. Otherwise, how can you? You have to write the reaction first. Then only you can calculate the molarity and everything. Number of moles first. We have to calculate the number of moles, then you can calculate the molarity on. So before observation and calculation, there is no theory. There must be some theory, na?
I'll send you the PDF.
Read the theory, you will get it. Read the theory, it is easy. If you remember, like the first chapter of NCERT in class 11th, na, we had stoichiometry. So it is mainly stoichiometry, but we calculate the number of moles from molarity and volume. From molarity and volume, we calculate the number of moles. Have you guys written this? 3 points?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us look at some of the compounds. Let us look at some of the compounds. So first is, I mean, the representation of COCl3, right? COCl3 dot 6NH3. You have cobalt, and then you will have NH3s, right? NH3 like this. Why we have written NH3 like a solid bond? It has made with cobalt, okay? But what about the chlorine atoms? So chlorine atom, they have some bond, but these are what? These are not real bond. Okay, these are not. Why? The strength of bond of between NH3 and cobalt, it is more stronger. Now, obviously, Cl, the 3Cl, which is present here, it is also bonded to cobalt, but what? They are ionizable. If they are ionizable, that means and since they were ionizable, Werner showed them with a dotted line. Now then we have COCl3 dot 5NH3, right? Dot 5NH3. Now in this, what happens? Cobalt is like this, and you have again 6, but here one of them is chlorine and the other are NH3. And there are only 2 Cl which are ionizable. Okay, there are only what? 2 Cl which is ionizable. And at last you can have COCl3 dot 4NH3. And here you will have only one chlorine which is ionizable, okay. And if you want to write the structure of COCl3 dot 3NH3, you'll see that cobalt is like this. So it has Cl, 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 NH3, NH3, NH3. As you can see in the first cobalt, we have the primary valency is what? Primary valency is due to the negative ions because of chlorine ions, right? So how many chlorine ions are there? There are 3 chlorine ions. How many chlorine ions? 3 chlorine ions. And chlorine ion, it will be present as chloride, Cl negative. If this is having negative, this is having negative, and this is having a negative charge, it makes how much negative charge? 3 negative charge. For 3 negative charge, to make it neutral, we should have how many positive charge? 3 positive charge, okay? Did you get this? Primary valency. Secondary valency is fixed, that is equal to 6, okay, in all of these cases. But all if you get regarding the primary valency, why it will be plus 3? Since there are 3 Cl negatives, okay, you have to look at the structure. You cannot tell like this. You have to look at the structure, okay? So from structure, now you are finding what? The primary valency. What about the primary valency here? How many primary valency will be there? You just have to look at the number of ionizable chlorine. How many ionizable chlorine are there? How many ionizable chlorine are there? Abir, Mariam?
Yes, sir.
How many ionizable chlorine are there?
3.
In the second structure?
2.
Primary valency is +2. Secondary valency, you have to look at the pure bonds. Okay, these pure bonds are what? Secondary valency will always be 6. Here the primary valency is equal to how much? Abhi, tell me, how many ionizable chlorine? The third structure?
Sir, 3.
अरे only one ना chlorine, only one ionizable. इतना देर से हम यही बोल रहे हैं कि when I am showing this with dotted line, these are ionizable chlorine. That means the chlorine which can move out, the chlorine that can get out of the system. We have seen here 3 Cl negatives, 2 Cl negative, 1 Cl negative. These chlorines I am talking about, na? How many? Can you see? How many ionizable chlorine?
Yes, sir, 1.
So the primary valency will be +1. Secondary valency here is equal to what? 6 only. Okay, you have to see how many atoms are directly bonded with cobalt. So the directly bonded with cobalt are what? NS3, 4 NS3 and 2 Cl. Now tell me the primary valency in this side, secondary valency in this side. Both of you. What is the primary valency? You have to tell me how many ionizable chlorines are there. Can you see any ionizable chlorine?
No.
So primary valency will be 0. What about
0.
secondary valency? How much?
3.
अरे भाई, you have to look at the bonds ना. 6. Secondary valency is fixed. एक तो पहले भी लिखा है कि आप लोगों को क्या हो गया?
Yes.
Secondary valency has every metal atom has fixed number of secondary valencies. Second point अभी बोला बहुत important है उसके बावजूद.
Sorry.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Abhi done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mariam, now you listen. Do you have the PDF open, Mariam?
Sir, I send you the PDF.
No, you have it open in your phone or not? Tell me that.
Okay,
You cannot do
hello.
the. Open it.
Okay.
Acha.
Vachindara
So,
Veginu. Yeah.
sorry? In
No,
the
no,
experiment
just-
1. Acha.
Okay.
So experiment 1 only, na? In that, see, they have made it very easy. You see a very big reaction there, right? In the theory.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what you have to see here is we have to determine the strength of KMnO4 using M/20 more salt. So you have
Yes.
KMnO4.
Okay.
Okay. Plus you have more salt. And then some reaction happens and the end point is what? Pale pink.
Yeah.
Okay, end point is pale pink. Okay. So we just have to look at this pale pink here and we are more concerned about these reactants. Okay, these reactants. Now, tell me the ratio. We will not write the products here. We will not write the products here. What is the ratio that they have said for KMnO4? How many KMnO4 are used? 2 KMnO4, right?
1:5. Yeah.
Right. So 1 KMnO4
Reacts
plus
with 5.
5 more salt. It will
Yes.
give you some products. Okay, it will give you some products. Okay.
Yes.
Now if I say I had some KMnO4 here. I had some KMnO4 here. Okay.
Okay.
Right. And
Yeah.
to get pale pink for this KMnO4, I had to use 10 moles of more salt. I had to
Okay.
use how many moles of more salt? 10.
10.
Now tell me, in this KMnO4, how many moles of KMnO4 are there?
N.
How many?
N.
N नहीं भाई, हम आपसे जवाब पूछ रहे हैं. If I use 10, if I use 10 moles of more salt, then how many moles of KMnO4 is present
2.
in this head? 2 moles. Easy?
Yeah.
Right? So if you now what is your problem here? Your problem is to only determine the number of moles of more salt used. Yes or no?
Yes.
Number of moles of more salt used. Okay. So number of C. Molarity is equal to what? Molarity is equal to number of moles of solute divided by volume in liter.
Yes.
So from here you can determine NB. It will be equal to what? Molarity into volume. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you have the number of moles is equal to what? What is the molarity? What is the molarity?
Molarity
M.
is M by 20.
M by 20. M means 1 molar. M means what? They have using M by 20 more salt. Na? They say they are saying 1 by 20 M. That is moles per liter. They're saying 1 by 20 moles per liter. If it was 2 M, then how would you have written? You would have written this 2 moles per liter.
Yes.
They are saying M by 20. So it is what? 1 by 20 M. Okay, you have to understand like 1 by 20 moles liter inverse. And okay, what volume of what volume of more salt was used from the table? You tell me. Initial reading, final reading, वहां से.
Initial reading was 20 for more salt.
Initial reading was 20. अच्छा.
Volume of more salt is
Volume
given
was 20
Yeah.
what? ml na?
ml. Yeah.
Okay. Volume of more salt was 20. And more salt was 20. So you have to determine the number of what do you had in burette?
In burette KMnO4.
You had KMnO4, right? You had in burette KMnO4. So volume of okay. So 20 ml was used, right? So we'll write 0.020 na?
Yeah.
Liters, 020 liters. Right?
Yes.
The number of moles of more salt that was used is equal to how much? It is equal to 1 by 20, and this liters and liters will cancel each other out into 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 na?
3. Yeah.
Moles. So millimoles में आ जाएगा आपका आंसर. So this is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 moles. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so if you had 10 to the power minus 3 moles, then how many moles of KMnO4 would be there? So you should have a relationship, right? You should have a relationship. What relationship can you have here? You said 2 moles here. So number of moles of mole salt divided by 5. That will give you the number of moles of KMnO4, right? If I had 10, I will get 2 moles. If I had 5, I will get 1 mole of KMnO4. Yes?
Yes.
So this will be equal to
I
10
have
to the
to
power
do minus 3 by 5.
10 to the power minus 3 divided by 5. Yeah.
Okay.
So see, you just अरे ये ऐसा नहीं होगा ना. So 1 by 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles. So 1 by 5 is what? 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles, right? And what is the volume?
Volume of
KMnO4 that you have used 10.5 ml, na?
Yeah.
This is equal to 10.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 liters, correct?
Yes.
So you have the number of moles and you have the volume also.
Yeah.
So molarity will be equal to what? Number of moles, that is equal to 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles divided by 10.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 liters. 10 by 3 will cancel each other, and then you can get the answer 2 upon 0.2 divided by 10.5.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, anything else?
No.
Okay. So, fine. Thank you very much. We will meet on Wednesday. Okay.
Thank you, sir.